Hi everyone, it's Jill with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I am here to show off a little shelf that I hung in my craft room, and it has some of the treasures that I've gotten from people on YouTube or on Etsy and different friends of mine that I've made, and I thought I would just take a quick minute to show it off. I got the shelving unit just at a thrift store near my home, and it was in dire need of paint, so I finally found some time to paint it and get it hung up. And you can see it has a couple of beautiful glass jars on the shelf, and these are jars that I got at Elise's shop on Etsy, and it's Pretties by Elise, and I'll link it in the below in the comments. And there's my trims from Holland Fabric House. I think Elise just ordered from them and bought some stuff from them, and I think she even sent some to Laura. Those pom-pom trims, you guys, are so adorable. I've never seen anything like it in the US, and their shipping is really reasonable, so Holland Fabric House is a great place to order from. And they're another Etsy store. But anyway, the second shelf has some of my milk glass and some different flowers and stuff given to me by different people, and a little teacup. And that right there is one of my favorite Christmas cards. It says "Deck the Halls with Love and Laughter," and it was one of the first Christmas cards I made at the very beginning of the year or the end of last year, I forget. And that tree die on there is from Cherry Lynn Designs, and BJ over at Cherry Lynn is just a sweet, sweet lady, and I would love to work for their company someday, but they're in Arizona and I'm in Seattle. So it probably will never happen, but she's a sweet lady, and she was really sweet to me when my husband was dying. And I like to have that card there just to remind me to think of them and keep them in my prayers, because we all need prayers. And then up at the top are some cards from Laura and Elise, who were the first people to ever send me a rack or a swap. I'm not sure what you call it. I think it's a rack. Or maybe it was a swap. I don't know. And then my friend Ivana made that card right there, and she has a beautiful blog and is also a designer for Maha Papers, Maha Design Papers. So that's a card I got from her as a thank you for a birthday gift that I sent her in the mail. There was a card of mine that she admired, and I had an extra set of dies and stamps that I had won from Paper Tray Ink, so I sent them to her for her birthday. And she sent me a cute little thank you and some things from her Etsy shop. And I'll try and link her Etsy shop below also, so you guys can go and check it out. And then over here is a letter J for Jill, and my beautiful, beautiful angel charm from Anna Yanes. She sent it to me after she heard that my husband had died. I am in the midst of making something for her, but part of the reason I haven't been on my blog or doing many videos is because I unfortunately tore a muscle or something in my shoulder, and the last couple weeks I've been really struggling to do much. It is my left arm, which is my writing arm. It's my crafting arm. It's you know, I even carrying laundry up and down the stairs and just dealing with normal everyday life has been difficult the last couple weeks, and it's finally doing a little bit better. So hopefully I can get back into the crafting, especially since I have some design team assignments for January that I'll be doing. So stay tuned for that. I'll be doing some design work for Paper Sweeties and for the Shabby Tea Room as a guest designer, so at both places. So anyway, there's my little shelf. There's beautiful Anna's charm. I have more cards from different friends up here, and then I did swap some things around in my room just to make my coloring area more easily accessible when I'm sitting at my table. And you can see some of the projects I'm working on right now. This is a Lily of the Valley design. Lily of the Valley stamps in the UK. And then this is a Santa from Serendipity Stamps. I was hoping to get a card made for their challenge this week. We'll see if I can get it done. I'm working really slow right now. Like I said, it's a little better, but it's still there. The shoulder thing is still a struggle for me. So anyway, I still have this area where I normally film a lot of my videos, and my little Pretties area. And this is all pretty much the same. You've seen this before. And you've seen my basement area here. I'm down by the laundry room. But I'm going to pan around and just show you guys. This is my son's toy area, a lot of our books that we read when we're down here relaxing. And this is an area that I haven't shown you before. This is my card area. And this is where a lot of my cards go. After I'm done making them, I just pile them in here. So some of these you may or may not have seen yet because a lot of them are on my blog, but I don't always remember to show them on YouTube. I'm bad about doing both. I'm working on it, but so a lot of these, some of these are designated, like this is going to be Go to Timmy's Teacher for Teacher Appreciation in May. I like to try and get things done ahead of time just because sometimes I run out of time to do things. This is a little bookmark I made for one of Timmy's teachers, which I still need to give to her. Timmy got sick with the flu and missed the last day of school, so all of the teacher gifts that I made are still at home because we ended up not being able to go to school that day to deliver them. So I've got their presents all wrapped upstairs, but I don't have the cards done because Timmy was sick and I was busy dealing with that because he was sick with the flu. So this is Timmy's Christmas card that he's going to get in a couple days. So, but anyway, you can see these little baskets. This is just something that I got at Marshall's. And then I have this little board that I got. I think this was from Restoration Hardware or something online. Clearance last year at the end of January or something, 75% off. I got it really cheap. And it just has clips on it. So I have a lot of, some of my cards that I made this year are just on here. This was the last Valentine I ever gave to my husband, and I'll never take that down. I'll keep it forever. So just different things. This is the Halloween card I made my son this year. And it looks like one of the little bats has migrated to his head. I'm not sure why. I don't think that was there. That was over here. So I don't know what happened. But anyway. And then here's more Christmas cards. Some you have seen, some you probably haven't. But these are just all sitting here ready to be taken up to the hospital. I donate them there for them to sell to benefit the hospital. All of the hospitals, you know, especially children's hospitals that give a lot of care to people for free. I just want to give back. I want my card making to give back, especially having gone through cancer with my husband. You know, if we can give back a little bit, it does the heart good for us and for them. So anyway, and then over here I also have my button stash. I use a lot of buttons in my pillow making and in my cards and stuff. And so these again are those gorgeous tags that are going to go on my sister's gifts, which I have them wrapped, but I haven't filled out all the tags. I got to do that. Hopefully tomorrow it'll get done before Christmas Eve. And then this is my wrapping station. And I keep my wrapping papers in there so they're ready to be used. And then I have a little area over here that's normally cleared off. It's got some stuff ready for Christmas Day over there right now, but I usually wrap on top of that bureau that's on the way upstairs in my house. So this is just in the hallway in my basement. And then as you walk back into my crafty cave, I've taken over pretty much this whole back 4 feet space of the basement. So all my dies, my papers, and then my huge work table, which I set up so that I can teach classes. And I did finally teach a class to, I've taught actually a couple classes to some kids, some of the neighborhood girls that would like to live in my craft room if they could. But I'm teaching them how to stamp and stuff, and it's a lot of fun for me, and sometimes Timmy joins us, so that's fun. But you can see I've got a bunch of tags and stuff that I'm trying to finish up for Christmas, just laying out. I've been staging stuff earlier today when I was down switching laundry and stuff. And then these are some new papers. That's a little card that I embroidered on. And then these are some little... Here, I'm going to move this stuff off. These are some little jar die cuts from Irala Miha's shop on Etsy that you just print out and cut. And I just printed them on 110-pound cardstock. And then I'm just playing around with decorating them with some felt and paper snowflakes, and I'm going to add some glitter to them and use them as some tags for some jelly that I'm giving to my parents. So I have to decide which one I want to use, but I was just kind of playing around with what I'm going to put on them. So anyway, that's from her shop. And then I also wanted to share, my dear friend Rebecca sent me this beautiful set. Paperprimrose.com is her website, and she made this beautiful tag, and she thought I could get use of them. I was admiring how she strung the bells on wire. I don't know if you can see this, but she actually put the jingle bells that are painted and glittered on wire, and she formed them, and they're kind of dripping down, and I just loved it. And didn't she go and send them to me, because she's such a sweetheart. And this thank you card. So you can see the wired bells, and she has half a tree with glitter on it and some little red seed beads popping out at the top there with a vintage image. Anyway, she's really talented. I just love her to death, and she's the sweetest lady and a very dear friend. So that was from her. And then one last thing really quick. I'm sorry if moving the camera is making you dizzy. I hope not, but this is on Amador's channel. I saw this Allie C's Supply Shop, and I have been looking and looking for Christmas charms. I had several tags that I wanted to add a charm to. They just needed a little something at the top, and I was totally out of Christmas charms. So when Amador showed this shop, I went and looked, and I got these candy canes and these little snowmen. Sorry, that's hard to see. And those are some earring things, but these little snowflakes and these little snowflakes. And these little, I thought these would be cute on Valentine's. They just say love, and they're like a little zipper pull. And just some hearts. And then I love these little, Amador showed these too, but these are like little diamond charms. Let's see, what does she call them? Rhinestone charms. That's the word I was looking for, rhinestone charms. And so I got 2 different sizes of those, some little tiny baby ones too. These are just so sweet on tags and stuff. So anyway, really reasonable prices, and it's Allie C's Supply Shop, and she sends you a magnet so you don't lose her. This is really smart of her, because I don't know about you guys, but who can remember all the little shops, the Etsy name shops? You can remember a few, especially if they're your friends and stuff, but some of the other ones it's hard to keep in your head, at least when you get to be my age. Haha. So anyway, go and try out her shop. She's got some beautiful supplies there. And last but not least, there's just a few little things sitting on my desk. Here's more of those Irala Mija things. But that's about it for me tonight. I want to wish you all a very happy Christmas. Or happy Hanukkah, as the case may be. Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever holiday you're celebrating, you know, it's a beautiful time of year. It's the season of love and the season of giving. And I wish I could send each and every one of you a card with something special that you alone would like. I actually was working on a project for Anna Yanez, because I know she lost her mom. And I showed you the beautiful charm up there that she sent me with the angel. And I'm in the midst of making something for her, but I just haven't been able to get it finished. And just as I was starting to work on it again, Timmy got the flu, and he's been really sick. And tonight, after a couple days of not eating, he's finally kept down some chicken broth tonight. So I'm really hoping that we're over the worst of it. But Anna, I'll be getting something in the mail to you eventually here. So I'm sorry it's not going to reach you by Christmas, more than likely. But know that you're in my heart, because I know how hard it is to be without the people you love at Christmas time. But we're not really without them. They are with us in spirit, and they're definitely among us. I swear I hear my husband's voice in my head, and I have to tell you a story, you guys. The other day I was at Fred Meyer by my house getting some things I needed, and I heard a voice in my head say, grab a couple bottles of Gatorade. So I thought, okay, I'll go get some Gatorade. And sure enough, didn't I need it, because 2 days later my son was throwing up and sick. And the pediatrician recommended, of course, Gatorade, or Gatorade ice cubes. And so, you know, those little nudges we get, sometimes I really think that's the Holy Spirit, or it's our angels that are in our lives, telling us that it's that this is something you're going to need, or this is something you should do. So I try to listen to those voices when they come. But anyway, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. I send Christmas love up to my husband who's in heaven, and to all of you. And God bless you, and enjoy your holidays. Love to you all. Bye now.